Welcome to Street Fighter V Champion Edition. We are finally at the end of the road of our Street Fighter retrospective. And what better way to get us going on the last few legs than one of the greatest intros in Street Fighter history. No hyperbole. This intro kicks all kinds of ass. Get you pumped up to play some Street Fighter, that's for sure. That is the intro they added to Arcade Edition that only plays once. Otherwise, you can watch it anytime you want in the gallery, which is something they had to add to the game post-patch. Not math. Okay, so we're at the end of the road of our Street Fighter journey. But before we get to the arcade mode of Street Fighter V, it makes sense that we explore the character that we'll be using for this run, and that character is Kolin.
Now, shall we begin? When I think of my homeland, I remember that long, bitter winter. I remember the biting cold, and the soldiers fighting to the last man. As I lost my home, I lost my hope, and with them my name. Without those things, there was nothing. and no one left to care. How can I help you, Mr. Soldier?
A civilian? I'm following leads on a missing persons case. He might have passed through here.
Mind your volume. My younger brother is sleeping just over there. So please, a bit of quiet if you don't mind.
I see. Sorry. I'm looking for a missing friend. One who's like family to me.
Family. Friends? What a sad burden to have. They'll all suffer and die, leaving you to mourn them.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be quiet and be on my way.
I said you can't go through here!
Huh? Was that? Were you in the military?
Why is it that all of you soldiers stubbornly charge at everything in your way? Keep rushing in so hot, you'll die just like he did.
Huh? What's that?
So Kolin, lots of target combos to go with. We'll go over it a lot more in the arcade mode. For now, let's just deal with this fight, which is relatively easy. See, like I said, yep. We'll go through Colin's moveset and style in full in the actual arcade mode run.
Kyle! Colonel.
Chasing your tail out here alone again? Or was there someone else with you?
Huh?
I think it's time you gave it up, Guile. I don't want to believe it either, but all our searches turned up nothing.
That may be, but if Nash is dead...
But you're still breathing. Honor him by living your life.
I understand.
Such pathetic dogs. Disgusting! It's because of them that the world continues to burn in the flames of war. Worthless men, using hopes and dreams as kindling. The world weeps under a blanket of bodies. But then... like an angel, he came to me.
What is thy name, child?
I have none.
Where is thy country?
It's gone.
Then I shall forge one, the country of God. It could be thy new home, siring every nameless flower, bringing forth 1,000 years of peace and harmony to all. If you desire it.
I guess you've woken up. Charlie Nash, you will dedicate what's left of you to him. You've been granted a divine purpose, a worthier calling than any soldier, and you should be grateful for the privilege.
Is it too much of a pun to say that that last story cutscene gives me the shivers? Because Liam O'Brien is Gil, 10 out of 10 casting. A shame they don't get to really use him that much in Street Fighter V. Because you're building up to a story that you just can't follow up on. Alright, and from there,
Arcade.
now that we have her story, we can do the arcade mode proper. The arcade mode of
Street Fighter V.
Well, look at that. We're finally near the finish line. It's just kind of... We've come a long way. Street Fighter itself has come a long way to get to here. Oh, it's been way too long since I've heard this theme proper. This is the old character select screen music theme. One that Arcade Edition and Champion Edition more or less replaced. So we have a full body of humanity on the screen. Everyone that is in Street Fighter V can be selected for this arcade mode. To think, this game started with 16 characters. And now, when it is all said and done, God, like over 40 characters. You see what happens when you let a game cook? Alright, let's chill out.
Kolin.
It seems to be getting chilly.
UAE. Round 1.
So funny thing about this stage,
Fight.
it's actually tournament banned. Because things get a little too shaky, a little too much vertigo to speak of. Anywho, Kolin. She has several different moves, most of which you're going to be seeing is this rapid stab move. The strength of your attack determines how many hits it does. She also has this backwards dash. It can do a lot of things depending on the button you press.
You lose. You must have miscalculated.
Round 2. Fight.
The light version, just whatever punch button you press does the exact same attack. The medium version is different. The medium version is like a dash forward. And it can pay off big time. Oh, I definitely saved Kolin for this run for a reason.
Win.
Not my main character by any means, but she is so incredibly fun to use. Now let's spend this time fighting my actual main.
Japan. Round 1. Fight!
But with Kolin, she's a very Street Fighter 3 type character. Lots of target combos to confirm into specials. General movement options. These skills that are basically parries depending on the type of move you use. But that's not the thing that makes Kolin so cool. If you'll notice, Kolin's stun bar turned ice white.
You must have miscalculated.
Round 2.
As long as I don't get hit when the stun bar changes to a frozen white color, and as long as I keep hitting the opponent's stun bar never decreases as long as I don't get hit. If I manage to pull it off, she enters a special stun state called Frozen, which I hope we get to see at least once. But probably not in this match.
This is your ultimate. I can see.
You win!
There are only 2 characters in the entirety of Street Fighter V that can put you in a frozen stun state. For the longest time, it was just Kolin, but eventually Gil would enter the game and enter that capability. But for the longest time, it was a mechanic unique to Kolin. And considering all the rushdown tools she has, all the ways she can to mix you up, she'll have no problem building stun bar.
Round 1.
So this is also not Kolin's first Street Fighter appearance. She is a character that originates from Street Fighter 3. She was Gil's secretary, seen only in Gil's intro and in one of the Street Fighter 3 endings. I believe it's Dudley? She throws Dudley back the car keys he wanted. Because apparently stealing one's ride is fighting game storyline worthy.
Round 2. Fight!
Yeah, the thing I like about this medium dash is that it works with any normal, including the overhead, including target combos.
This is your ultimate. I can see.
It's a gigantic warning sign that offense is fast approaching, but when you break through, it's so incredibly satisfying.
Japan.
Not having to travel too far. So this is Akira from the Rival School series, eventually added to Street Fighter V with its Season 5 pack of characters. I mean, yes, Sakura being in Rival Schools was a nice little guest appearance, so Rival Schools getting proper representation in Street Fighter, not just cameos, not just background elements of a stage. Great stuff, Capcom.
Round 1. Fight!
I want that stun. Yep. Edge and Gun back there in the background. It's so nice. This is such a rival school stage. Like, fighting underneath a bridge that is clearly under construction. Clearly has warning signs.
This is your ultimate. I feel so.
Well, I'm sorry, Akira. I just gave you no time of day. It's really cool to see you in this game. Thanks for coming, but we've got a job to do. Speaking of obscure characters from Capcom games of long past, this is Lucia. She is from Final Fight 3. Not even any arcade release, Final Fight 3 for the Super Nintendo.
USA.
And she was given quite the personality upgrade. One thing I will give credit to Street Fighter V for, it takes these characters that are complete blank slates, characters that, if they didn't exist in previous Street Fighter games, they existed in previous Capcom franchises. They took them, added them to Street Fighter V, gave them backgrounds, gave them stories, gave them characters, personalities.
Fight.
Hey look, Sodom's in the game! There he is! It took Capcom long enough to acknowledge him. Okay. So, the funny thing about that V skill, it works against all strikes, or at least high strikes. Doesn't work against fireballs, which, fair enough. Okay, girl, you're getting a bit too antsy there. Let's calm it down by like a circle or so. Or not. Or not. Okay. A little discipline is required.
This is your ultimate. I feel so.
Here I am talking about how cool it is to get a ring stage in Metro City. And then you have to spoil my fun. And by the way, all the Andores and Belger just with his own personal seat.
Final round. Fight.
And Rolento just hanging out on the where his boss fight stage would be. Yeah, you built up V-trigger real quick. They really don't like blocking that overhead.
You win.
So much like Street Fighter 2's arcade mode run, Street Fighter 5's run also has a bonus stage. It's the same barrel stage it was in Street Fighter 2. Just a way to kind of break up the monotony. I'll take what I can get.
Ready.
You have 2P over here, ready to throw and block those barrels for you. He's just being helpful. And being a bit of a pest about it. Yeah, red ones are explosive. Ruin everything, 2P! There's a visual of a mad Kolin and a whimpering 2P.
New Zealand.
So yeah, Nash, looking far different from his alpha self. It's a wonder what reconstruction can do.
Round one. Fight.
Okay. I got to confirm that.
It can't be over!
You lose. You must have miscalculated.
Once again, another banger, Nash's Street Fighter 5 theme.
This is your ultimate. I feel so.
Yeah, I figured that would not kill, but yeah.
You win. Another fight is coming your way.
So because we kicked ass and we won every set thrown at us, we get a bonus match. Yeah, I believe it's don't use a continue. It is not critical art finish related. And it's President G, another character added to Street Fighter V, who was totally not Q. Shut up, stop asking. Seriously, the conspiracy around this guy's true identity is wild. But you do get another chill theme.
I'll fight this battle. Why? Because it is my duty.
Take a listen, if you will.
Fight.
calculated.
It takes a while to get started, but oh, when it gets there. Anywho, you saw a little bit of Colin's speed trigger. She lays down a little spire of ice that travels about half screen, and if it happens to hit the opponent, they enter that frozen state on their stun bar.
This is your ultimate thing. I can see.
Sorry, Mr. President. I can't even cut you any slack here. Just do me a favor, don't quit your day job. Anywho, another character added to Season 5 of Street Fighter V is Rose. Seemed like a bit of a requested character, even when Minot pretty much existed, and seems to have outshined even Rose.
Italy. Round 1.
I will give credit where credit is due.
Fight.
Rose looks amazing in Street Fighter V. You can really tell she was a character finished later down the line in Street Fighter V's development. Because even model-wise, she doesn't really look like anyone else. Okay. I'm giving you enough free time. I should really just confirm into my B triggers. There we are.
I don't know what to blame for myself.
Round 2. Fight.
This is your fate.
Yeah, that had to be done. He's getting too much work.
This is your ultimate thing. I can see.
You win.
Once again, thanks for coming, Rose. Tough decision here. But seeing as I like Ed's everything a lot better than Falk, we're gonna fight against Ed.
Secret area.
Ed is definitely a unique part of Street Fighter's story, where Balrog kind of picked him up in 4, taught him the ropes, and now Ed's trying to pick up the pieces of a shattered Shadaloo.
Round 1.
Shattered Shadaloo. Try saying that 3 times fast. In any case, Street Fighter V's music team, not sleeping. Ed's theme, a 10 out of 10.
You lose. You must have miscalculated.
Round 2. Fight.
Ed brought about a new trend of playability for Street Fighter V. Most of his moves were done with button inputs rather than special inputs. Yeah, put two buttons together, you get a special move. 3 is an EX. It's one that I couldn't really get used to, but it's a style that I respect nonetheless. Once again,
Win.
despite how cool the character is, I'm not giving him any quarter. Just gotta look ahead because our destination is in sight.
Secret area.
So after all this time and all these arcade mode runs, we finally get Old Man Bison.
Round 1. Fight.
Don't let his seniority fool you. Bison is just as deadly as he was 30 years ago. Pity he gets greedy on his hit confirms. Alright. Okay, at least have a task. Bison, buddy, could you not? If there's anyone I wanted to freeze, it was gonna be you. I was expecting a button. That was clearly a mistake on my part.
I have no one to blame for this.
Round 2. Fight.
I would like to note the Lair of the Four Kings stage where Fong has a gigantic statue. Depending on when you fight on this stage, it's actually Sagat up there, I believe. Yeah. I had to take it easy on Bison. Put on the old brakes. Or else that happens.
This is your ultimate. I can see. Now freeze. Keep up. Here. Keep up.
Nope, not even for you, Bison.
You win.
When your name came up in the arcade mode run, you're the one I wanted to freeze the most, but on second thought, you weren't even worth that. So every character's arcade mode run in the Street Fighter V course has a different final boss. No two arcade mode runs on the Street Fighter V course are alike. For Kolin, for example, she gets Urien.
Don't worry. I'll end you quickly.
Round 1.
Oh, that suit needs to stay on, man, by all means. Urian is a dangerous customer. If he gets started with his V-trigger, I'm in trouble. Oh, it's not Aegis Reflector. I should be all right. Please tell me he wears it on his head. Absolutely he does. God, this game's great sometimes. Urian's a tough fight once in a while, but he mostly has to build towards his difficulty. Otherwise, he's just a chump.
You win.
Enjoy your sad snowman, Urian. You're not the man I'm looking for anyway. And that is the Street Fighter V course as Kolin done.
Thank you for playing.
But that is the end of the Street Fighter V course. There is one particular course that I have held off on purposefully. For Kolin, I'm afraid your work isn't quite done just yet. Next time, the finale, Street Fighter 3.